Right now, people in Hampton are holding events, signing petitions, even making T-shirts, all in hopes of keeping what they call a community staple in their neighborhood. We're talking about the Boys and Girls Club of the Virginia Peninsula. 13 News Now reporter Megan Shen explains the efforts.
Is everything.
The Hampton Boys and Girls Club plans to move.
I want them to stay.
Community members say the youth organization is a place for everyone in this neighborhood off Shell Road.
It's home.
Brandon Dickerson says he's gone to this facility since elementary school. Hampton Mayor Donnie Tuck says this chapter of the youth organization will move to Buckrow Shopping Center.
And if it moved to Buckrow, I mean, I don't know how it's going to benefit this area, and I feel we really need something in this area.
Dickerson says a lot of people don't have a way to travel 15 minutes to the new location.
There needs to be some kind of organized activity for youth in that area.
On the phone, Mayor Tuck says city leaders heard the building was vacant. Now City Council is considering turning the building into a new fire station. Mayor Tuck insists City Council had no say in the Girls and Boys Club moving.
And so it was never our plan to drive them away.
Yeah, what they're going to do for the kids?
Still, community members like Victor Hill wonder how the kids will handle the shopping center location.
You put them in an area where there's no, what they call temptation.
In Hampton, Megan Shen, 13 News Now.